Oi, oi.
Oi, 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 nice.
How we doing?
Welcome. I'm alright. Welcome to the second episode of The Wave, our new weekly show that focuses on Netflix news and current affairs Netflix-wise. Yeah?
Spot on.
Thank you. My name
I'm
is Adam.
Nick. Oh.
How do we forget that every week to introduce who we are?
I know, we should be better at this point now.
We should be better. We've been doing it for so long now. We should be better, but we're not. How are you, Nick?
Yeah, good.
Yeah?
I'm excited, as always, to talk to you and to
How do you think
welcome everyone on board.
Welcome aboard, everybody. How do you think our first week of 2 episodes went?
Yeah, good. I enjoyed it. I think...
Not that it really makes a lot of difference to you. It's still one night, isn't it?
But it was nice, I think, to have a bit more breathing room for the news and chat.
Agreed. I think it works nicely.
Yeah,
we had some good feedback on it. People seem to enjoy it, so we're going to stick with it for the time being.
Yeah, we like we said last week, it'll evolve a bit. I think we've got a new feature we're gonna talk about a bit later on, haven't we? And then
I'm excited for that.
Couple more things lined up. So yeah, you'll definitely see some new things from us on the Wave. So,
The Wave.
Yeah,
basically this is just a bit more chilled out, laid back style episode. We just can talk about all things Netflix, a few other things that are not Netflix related. Just basically have a chat. And then coming on Thursday will be the next film episode. And we'll basically just work like that every week from now on. Mondays will be The Wave, Thursdays will be the movie show. Simple. Everybody's happy.
Can we briefly chat about last week's movie?
Yeah, go for it.
Temple, because in our Discord there's been quite a lot of
there's been some feedback,
discussion about it, and I felt a lot better having been a part of some of those conversations, because it seemed pretty universal that no one who watched it had any idea what the end meant, or
nobody seemed to get it.
What was that
just
kid,
as much as we didn't?
What was that demon kid hanging around at?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was nonsensical. The more of
Temple was it was awful. It was a good way to start the season, but also a terrible film.
Where do you think it ranks in like the ultimate
all time?
Yeah, is it down there? Do you think, from some of the worst we've seen?
Yeah, it's right down there. I don't know. I don't think it's bottom, but it's damn close.
I think the only saving grace I could possibly say is that it looked a bit nicer than some of the real cheap shit we've seen before.
What do you think, incidentally, what do you think the worst film we've seen is? Are you going Deadly Detention?
Yeah, I think for me it's probably Deadly Detention. Deadly Detention, which was from season 3, or the two that were the bottom last season, Aerials and 2036 Origin Unknown. They were both absolutely appalling as well.
You've not even mentioned the one I was thinking of.
Which
is The Anomaly. Still one of the worst films I've ever seen. It's god awful.
It is, but I gained some enjoyment out of it. Because it was so bad. It made me laugh, and I'm not sure the others that was the case.
I always enjoy these episodes when the films are bad, possibly more than when the films are good.
So this week we're going to be on Thursday. We'll be talking about Happy Anniversary.
Yeah, rom-com. Are we calling it a rom-com?
I think so. I think we've had mixed success with the rom-coms at the bottom of the stream before, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll see how this one does.
It's like an anti-rom-com because they're not romantic. They don't like each other. So, who knows?
We'll get into that on Thursday.
Yeah, tune in on Thursday to find out our thoughts on Happy Anniversary. Have you got any Netflix news, Nick?
Sure have.
Good.
I've got a whole wodge.
Good, I'm going to leave this to you this week, so I have not got any.
We need to do some admin first. News admin.
Do we?
Because last week we talked about the forthcoming Toxic Avenger film.
Oh, yes, of course.
Because we were talking about Peter Dinklage and Jacob Tremblay, who have been cast in it. What we didn't... I say we, the royal we, me, because it was my news story last week. What we didn't do our reading well enough, because it turns out the Toxic Avenger movie is actually being written and directed by someone who has been on this show more than
Yeah.
once.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
in fact, if you look to your left or your right, you may
both
see
ways then.
you may see his picture hanging on the wall
Yeah, indeed.
because Mason Blair is writing and directing the Toxic Avenger movie.
I'm very excited by this news. I found this out at the weekend whilst I was editing last week's episode.
How do you like them apples?
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? He's in the Captain's Gallery. He was the first inductee of the Captain's Gallery, I think, if I remember rightly. We've had a lot of fun times with Mason Blair over the years.
So that is cool.
I think if I had a dream interviewee, if we could get somebody on the podcast, I think it'd be him.
Okay.
I'd love to sit down and talk to him.
That would be pretty cool. Like I say,
like
he's been in like 3 movies that we've watched.
Yeah.
He wrote one of them. No, 2 of them as well. So, yeah, that would be pretty cool. Wait, doesn't he follow us on Twitter? Maybe we.
He does follow us on Twitter. Yeah, maybe we should DM him. Do you want to come on the show and talk to us about the Toxic Avenger?
Yeah, why
That'd
not?
be a scoop, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just a bit.
Peter Dinklage, of course, has also been on the show.
Yes.
Back in season 1.
Yeah, I think we're alone now.
Yeah. So I think the Toxic Avenger seems to be a bottom of the stream film.
Are we getting behind it?
Yeah, we're getting behind it. Let's get behind it.
Because we're putting our mighty weight behind the little Toxic Avenger movie.
There's a rumour of another Netflix star going into it as well, because the guy who plays Hawk in Cobra Kai,
he
tweeted put on Instagram an image of the Toxic Avenger, but there was no comments or anything. He just put that image up.
Interesting.
And I believe he's since deleted it. So there's a rumour going around that he might be in it as well.
All right, we'll keep our eyes open for that one.
Exciting times. I'm going to DM Mason Blair while you're talking the next story.
Nice.
Nice.
Next story is Netflix paying out the big bucks.
I saw this. Yeah, massive bucks.
So Knives Out.
Yes, great film.
Last year before?
The year before.
Yeah, of course. The years
There was no films last year.
rolled into one. Ryan Johnson's sort of, I'm going to call it, his little film to decompress from doing Star Wars, which ended up making hundreds of millions of dollars. Well, Netflix has now paid $465 million for not 1, but 2 sequels.
That's crazy money. Crazy for 2
years.
Sequels. That's insane.
Yes.
I don't even know how you sequel Knives Out. Have you seen it?
Yes.
It is awesome. But I don't know where you go with it.
A new murders. It's got to be,
More Daniel Craig.
I would have thought so for that money.
I would hope not. He was the worst thing about them, but then he usually is.
Yeah, well, we'll find out soon enough.
Yes, absolutely. I'm excited. I love Knives Out. It's a really good film. If you've not seen it, I think it's on Amazon Prime.
I believe you are correct. If you think about Netflix movies, one of the people that always springs to mind for me is Adam Sandler.
Yes.
Too. How many Netflix movies has he got under his belt? He was one of the
Too
first
many?
to sign an exclusive deal with them. I think we've mentioned before that this movie is on its way because he is going to have a go at something a bit serious, which he is known to do from time to time. Obviously, we had
occasionally,
Uncut Gems recently.
Yeah, I think I was the only person in the world who watched Uncut Gems and hated every single second. Everybody else talks about how awesome it is, and I'm like, I
never got around to it, but I would like to at some point.
I don't get it. Don't see what everybody thinks is so good about it. It's just people shouting.
Well, he's got a movie in the works called. It's now been slightly retitled, so it was called Spaceman of Bohemia, which is the name of the book that it's based on. It has now just been retitled Spaceman, where Adam Sandler plays a astronaut, and he is on his own on a ship, and then he's visited by. He finds out he's not alone. He's visited by creatures. Creatures from the beginning of time, lurking in the shadows of his ship, is how the synopsis describes it. Well,
excellent.
He's not going to be alone because Raj from the Big Bang Theory is going to be in it with him.
Of course he is. He's awesome.
Nayar. Yeah.
Yes, he's awesome. He was in an episode of Criminal. Do you remember that on Netflix?
Yeah.
That's well worth checking out. It's a really good show, but he was in an episode of that.
But not only him, but Carrie Mulligan is also joined the cast.
Oh, wow.
And so is Paul Dano.
I thought you were going to say Paul Daniels then. So that would be impressive. You did say creature from the beginning of time. Yeah. Harsh. I loved Paul Daniels. Rest in peace.
Could be a niche reference to some people.
I'm sure it is.
They are all in unknown roles.
Excellent.
But that could be an interesting one.
Definitely. That sounds quite good. I know I'm not a huge Sandler fan, but it does sound quite good.
Yeah, that one isn't. I think that's quite intriguing.
Yeah. What do you do if you see a spaceman?
Give it room, man.
Parking
it, man.
Come on, Nick, you're better than that. That's one of my favourite jokes.
Yeah. When did you have children? What's with the dad jokes?
You had them and it kind of just filtered through.
Oh, fine.
So
I keep going?
The same person. Keep going. You're on a roll.
Netflix has announced. I'm getting anime news.
Cool.
Netflix has announced that Castlevania,
yeah,
the upcoming 4th series, will be the last one. Did you ever watch any of these? Because I did.
I didn't.
And then
no.
I think I watched the first series and a couple of the second, and then I need to do the rest. I quite enjoyed it. I think you would actually.
Yeah. I did say I was going to get into more anime. Maybe it's a good place to start.
Yeah. As a sort of dark and grim vampire.
I do enjoy dark and grim vampires.
Yeah. Obviously based on the video games.
Yep.
Yeah, it will end after season 4. But season 4 arrives on May the 13th.
That's really soon.
Yeah. 3 weeks. So
excellent. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll add that to the list.
Well, when that arrives, you can watch the whole thing at your leisure.
I'll just binge it.
Yeah, why not?
Awesome.
Good. Final bit of Netflix news before we move on to other movie stuff.
Okay, cool.
Trailer dropped this week for The Woman in the Window.
It did. I saw that.
Now,
it's good.
This is Joe Wright's new movie, so he's more famous for Atonement.
Yeah.
I think, did he do a Pride and Prejudice remake? I think he might have done.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he did.
So, Woman in the Window, Netflix bought because it was supposed to have a cinema release last year. I'm not sure which studio they bought it from. Obviously, cinemas didn't exist last year, so
still don't.
It is finding its way to Netflix. May the 14th. It looks all right, actually.
Yeah, the trailer's quite good. I watched the trailer the other day.
It has definitely got some sort of Rear Window type vibes to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
But it's got quite a good cast. Amy Adams, Gary Oldman's in it.
Gary Oldman. I love Rear Window, so if it's got Rear Window vibes, I'll be well happy.
Yeah. Well, the trailer looks promising, but
it does.
We've been burnt by trailers before.
Yeah, you can. It's easy to make a good trailer.
She's usually pretty good, though, Amy Adams.
Yeah, I've got no issue with Amy Adams whatsoever.
Yeah, May the 14th, that. So, again, not too far
Looking forward to it. That'll be good.
And that is it for Netflix news. Shall I expand?
Expand into the outer ocean.
Have you seen the Shang-Chi trailer?
I have indeed.
For the new Marvel movie, which is currently scheduled for September. I'm being a bit hesitant because there have been many date changes with the Marvel stuff for obvious reasons.
Yeah,
but it looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, it looks really good. It looks exciting. Did you see the guy who plays Shang-Chi? I don't know his name. Apologies. He tweeted Kevin Feige 7 years ago,
right,
and said, "Hey Kevin, where's all the Asian superheroes? Call me."
Okay.
And then obviously he did.
Amazing.
That's cool, isn't it?
So it was his birthday.
Yes.
On the day the trailer dropped. It was a nice bit of marketing because Marvel said, "Happy birthday! Here's your trailer."
Here's your trailer. No, it does look good. I hadn't even heard anything about it before this. I was completely oblivious to it. But no, it does sound good. It does look good. Sorry, I'm excited for that one. It'd be good to get a good Marvel movie back. I've not had any good Marvel for ages.
Well, on movie-wise?
It's just nice to have a good... Well, yeah. It's just nice to have a good movie.
Well,
I want to go to the cinema.
I think
that's what I'm saying.
I think you're getting about 6 Marvel movies in the next 18 months, so there'll be
plenty. This time next year I'll be like, fucking fed up with Marvel movies. I'm going to the cinema too much. I can't wait to go to the cinema.
Talking of, like, martial arts stuff...
Yeah.
The first 7 minutes of the new Mortal Kombat movie have been released online.
I saw that as well. It's a strange thing to do.
How
have you? I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Oh, it's well worth 7 minutes of your time.
I'll check it out. It seemed a bit of a strange thing to do.
Yeah.
I know games do it quite often. They release like the first 20 minutes of gameplay or something, but I don't know if I've ever seen a movie do it before.
Yeah, well, obviously Warner Brothers trying to drive up a bit of interest. It is getting a limited cinema release.
Yeah.
And it's available. I think it's HBO Max over in the States.
I saw the guy who plays Sub-Zero has tweeted that he signed up for 4 films.
Oh, really?
That doesn't necessarily mean he'll do them, obviously, but his contract is for 4 movies.
The first, spoiler alert, the first 7 minutes that they have released online is very much Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
Having a scrap with Scorpion, or the man that will become Scorpion.
Nice.
And it's pretty cool.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to that.
There is a lot of spurts of blood in the first 7 minutes of it.
It's gory. Is it gory?
Yeah.
I'll check that out tonight when we finish recording.
And then my last bit of news is something we've been talking about for a very long time. Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Oh, is that still not out yet?
No.
I feel like I was a child when that got announced.
I know. Again...
COVID.
About 2 years ago, I feel like we saw the trailer for this.
Yeah.
Ernie Hudson's seen it.
Has he?
Yeah.
Lucky Ernie.
Well, he's in it. He is a Ghostbuster.
True.
So he might be a bit biased.
Yeah.
But he's done an interview and he said he saw the movie recently and he said it's so good that he was speechless. He immediately had to do an interview about it. He was that speechless.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's pretty solid hype.
Have you seen the bit of footage that got released from it?
With the marshmallow,
mini marshmallow.
Yes.
That thing is like 40 seconds long, maybe.
Yeah.
I counted 5 pieces of product placement in that.
Oh, really?
I feel like it's just going to be one 90-minute advert.
It was in a shop, so
he was, yeah, but there was quite blatant product placement in it. And I don't know. I'm not convinced by it, but I would definitely give it a go.
Yeah, I would really love it to be great.
I'd love it to be great. I'm just not 100% convinced it can be.
I'll have everything crossed.
Me too.
And that is our news for the week.
That was a bumper edition of news. Congratulations. Bumper. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
You're like the newsman. What do you call him? News? Nick the newsman.
Newsreaders.
Nick, we'll call it Nickflix News from now on.
Okay. Why not?
Why not? What do we do next? Top of the stream? Do you want to do top of the stream?
Yeah, I've not watched much because I spent all my time looking for news. No, I've watched a couple of things, but you go for it.
I've watched quite a bit this week. The first thing I want to talk about is something that isn't on Netflix. It's called Frank of Ireland. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, do you know what? Funnily enough, about half an hour ago, before we joined this chat, I was scrolling through Twitter, and it is a very small world because none other than Ryan Johnson, who we were just talking about in regards to Knives Out, had tweeted that he'd watched the whole thing in one sitting and he really enjoyed it.
I watched it all in 2, so he's beat me. It's awesome. It's a new sitcom. It's on Channel 4 in the UK. I'm assuming you'll be able to get it in America somewhere. It's all on the iPlayer. It's not on the iPlayer. It's on the all 4.
I think he said it was on Amazon in the States.
It's on Amazon in the States. Cool. It's on all 4 in the UK. And 6 episodes, I think. Standard British sitcom. It's the Gleeson brothers. So it's Donald Gleeson and Brian Gleeson. And they're basically a pair of best mates who are completely incompetent at life. It's really stupid slapstick. It's really, really stupid. Their dad's in the finale as well. His name's gone out of my head. Brendan Gleeson. He's in the finale episode as well. It's just really silly. But have you ever seen Man Down? With Greg Davies? All of them.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them. Yeah.
I would say it's very similar to that sort of style. It's very silly. Grown man is basically a man-child.
Yeah.
Trying to get through life. But it's fun. It's really good fun. I watched them both all 6 of them over the weekend, and I enjoyed it. So, and it's got somebody who's been on our show, so I'm allowed to talk about it. It's got the guy. I have no idea what his name is. Tom, I think his name is. He's in The Cured, which was our Irish zombie movie from season 2.
I think so.
He's in it. He plays the bad guy in this as well, and he's really good. So yeah, it's worth checking out.
Excellent. Always good to have a funny thing on the go. I might check that out.
We spoke last week about Why Did You Kill Me?
Yes.
It's going to be Netflix's next big Tiger King, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm not going that far. I've watched all of that as well. It's good. It's interesting. It's got a hook. It's basically just a drive-by shooting gone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got a hook because they weeded out the killers on MySpace.
Right.
The girl who got killed, her family made some fake MySpace accounts and basically lured them out with these fake women.
Do-it-yourself detectives.
And it eventually led to the arrest. And so that's the gimmick for it. But other than that, it's just a standard American shooting crime. But it's quite good. It's worth watching. It's worth checking out. I would recommend it. If you're into Netflix's true crime, which I seem to be for some reason, I just quite enjoy them. It's definitely worth checking out.
That's what they want. They just that little hook.
Yeah.
Get you and watch those.
That's all. That's what it
episodes.
Is. That's what it is. It's just a little hook.
Pad them out.
Yeah. Talking of documentaries,
sure.
I also sat down and watched Seaspiracy over the weekend.
Oh, I'm interested to see what you thought of this.
So, it annoyed me before I started because conspiracy is right there. Why not just call it that?
Yes, I think that has been pointed out to Netflix quite a few times.
But apparently it's because there's a previous documentary called Cowspiracy.
Okay.
Which is by the same people, so I think it's like a lineage of titles. I think that's why they've done it, because Conspiracy is a much better title. Do you have any intention in watching it?
At some point, but I'm happy to be spoiled.
It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
It's up there with one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. It's really, really interesting.
Yes.
And it's really educational of how we absolutely pillage the oceans to the point where they're almost beyond repair now. And it's really bad. Some of the stats that they fire out in it is just craziness. Do you know? I've obviously not got them all. I've not got all the stats. How many people are killed by sharks in the world every year?
I reckon it's like 10.
10. It's exactly 10.
Oh.
Well, it's not exactly 10, but on average it's 10.
Yeah.
Humans kill 30,000 sharks every hour.
Whoa.
How insane is that?
That is unbelievable.
Absolutely insane. The guy who makes it, he says at the beginning, it was supposed to be a documentary about plastics in the ocean.
Yes.
And it evolved into what it is. We're getting told all these lies about plastic pollution in the ocean, and it's not true. It's like plastic straws are like the bane of everybody's life, and they make up 0.03% of the pollution, but 48% is old fishing gear.
Oh, interesting.
But obviously they don't want to tell you that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm never going to eat anything out of the ocean again. It affected me that much. It's wonderful. It's really, really good. It's really good.
Yeah, I've heard great things, and that does really interest me.
I would definitely recommend it. It's to anybody, even if you're not really that interested. But it's really eye-opening.
Yeah. The
stat that the oceans could be empty by 2048 is terrifying.
Yeah, that's literally around the
That's
corner.
not even that long away. It's like 27 years away. So yeah, I watched that, and finally I watched Love and Monsters.
Oh sure, this came out about a week ago, didn't it?
Yeah, just before we started recording last week, I think, because it hadn't even hit the charts when we were recording last week, had it? But it has been in there ever since. It's really good. It's so much fun. It's stupid. The premise is beyond stupid, but it's a film about monsters that have taken over the earth. It's really good. The story's really good. And
I might make this my Saturday night movie.
I think it was my Saturday night movie this week, and it's really entertaining. The guy, Dylan O'Brien's the main guy in it, who you'll know from he's in all the Maze Runner films. He nearly got killed on the last one, but didn't. So he plays the main character. And he basically... The Earth's been taken over by radioactive monsters. So the surviving humans have gone into living in bunkers. And he makes contact with another bunker where he finds his ex-girlfriend is living.
Okay. And
then he figures out she's only 85 miles away. Basically, as soon as you go outside, you're going to get killed by one of these mutants. And he's a proper weakling. He's like, he can't fight or anything. He's a proper little nerd guy. And he decides he's going to make this trip. And it follows his story, basically. It's really, really good fun. I really enjoyed it. I'd recommend it. Highly recommend it.
How's the CGI and stuff?
Good. Yeah, really good. There's a frog attack at the beginning that's excellent.
Okay.
Yeah, I was not disappointed with the CGI. Basically, the Earth's about to be hit by an asteroid. So all the countries club together and send all their nukes up to destroy this asteroid. But doing that causes loads of nuclear radiation to drip back down to Earth, which mutates all the insects on the planet and turns them into giant monsters. And most of the insects are also there is one frog, which nobody seems to notice.
My mum hates frogs.
She would hate that.
She would not like to watch that.
She would not like that first scene, no. But yeah, I'd highly recommend Love and Monsters. It's really good. There's a reason it's been at the top of the charts all week.
Is there any slugs in it?
Yes, there is, and a snail.
I'm not a fan of slugs.
The snails are the good guys.
Give me the creeps a bit.
The snails turn out to be the good guys. That's not a spoiler. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's everything I've watched.
Awesome.
I have started Ash vs. the Evil Dead as well.
Yeah.
I'll talk about that more next week. So I've only done like 2 episodes so far, so I'll get into that a bit more in next week's wave.
Yeah, so I've not watched too much. Like I say, I've finished off Disenchantment on Netflix.
Oh yeah, you've done the whole thing?
Yeah, I finished off the third batch. I stand by what I said last week when I briefly talked about it. The third batch is way below the quality of the first 2, in my opinion. It just felt like it didn't go anywhere. It wasn't as funny and not as interesting.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was a brutal slog. The last batch of episodes, I've got to say.
Is it done or is it coming back? Do we know?
I don't know, actually. I don't know.
No, I've not heard anything about it.
I just like that most people from the Mighty Boosh are in it. That kind of gave it a lot.
Yeah, there is that.
Gave it a lot of currency with me. But there you go. I'm not sure. I'll have to find out if that is intent on coming back.
Did it feel like an ending? The ending?
No. It's definitely not wrapped up.
It's not coming back. Okay.
But I'm not sure if it's been confirmed that it's coming back.
Okay, it does well on Netflix. I think it probably will.
Yeah. And then the other thing I have watched, I think it's 4 episodes. I think that's all that's been released is on Disney Plus. So that is the Mighty Ducks TV show.
Oh, really?
Which is called The Mighty Ducks Game Changers.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just. I mean, they've totally just jumped on the Cobra Kai bandwagon.
Yes.
Because they're going for that sort of nostalgia. Gordon Bombay's washed up. Can we convince him to come back with a new set of kids? But it's fun. It's out the Disney machine.
Got any original cast
fun.
members?
Not past Gordon Bombay so far. I don't think. So.
Right. Okay.
Right. Were you hoping like Josh Jackson pops up? Or...
Yeah. So I was actually, if I'm honest.
I'll keep you informed.
Cool. Might check it out myself.
It's fun. That's about it for me.
I also finished Love, Simon. I should probably mention that.
Okay.
Not Love, Simon. Love Victor.
Love Victor.
Yeah, it's really good. The finale's really good. You really feel for him towards the end. Really enjoyed it. Now that's coming back in June as well.
Cool.
I assume it's going to go straight to Disney Plus this time. It didn't the first time, obviously, because Disney Plus.
Oh, was it not?
No.
I just assumed it was one of their shows.
No, it was. It was on a channel in America. I don't know which channel.
Oh, okay.
That like 2 years ago. I think it was 2019.
Oh, I didn't realise.
And then Disney Plus picked it up and have released it weekly for no reason. It's all out there anyway.
It's a bit like Cobra Kai at Netflix.
Yeah, basically the same. It's pretty much the same story. I presume it was a Disney-owned channel that it was on, but I'm not sure. But it's coming back in June, as far as I'm aware. It's good if you're into Love, Simon or Alex Strangelove, you'll like it.
Excellent.
Is that everything?
I think so.
I've got a list, Nick.
Oh, list me.
We love a list. It's coming up to the end of the month, isn't it? So we need to know what's coming to Netflix UK in May.
Yes, please. The best of all the months.
Absolutely. So I'm not going to read everything, so I'm just going to pick out a few that you might have heard of. Have you heard of Eagle Eye?
Is that Shia LaBeouf?
It is, indeed. Shia LaBeouf headlines this thriller about 2 strangers that are attached to a terrorist threat. 2008, Eagle Eye was from.
I think I've seen it.
I think I've seen it as well, and I think it was all right.
Yeah, way back.
Way back when. Older than that, Premonition from 2007 is coming. That's Sandra Bullock. I think she like sees somebody die and then has to try and prevent it, if I remember rightly.
Okay. I don't think I've seen that one.
School of Rock's coming as well.
My eldest daughter, loves School of Rock.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So she can watch it whenever she wants now because it's coming to Netflix. That's from 2003.
Yeah.
God, we're so old. The remake of The Italian Job's coming, starring Mark Wahlberg and Charlize Theron. Colony. Have you ever seen Colony?
Who's Connolly?
Billy Connolly. Colony. Season 3's coming, finally. Apparently it's been delayed for a very long time. It's Josh Holloway and Sarah Wayne Callis.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either. It's supposed to be really good, though, but this is the third and final season, and it's been delayed for so long.
Are they all on Netflix?
Yeah. I believe so, yeah. I think so.
Okay.
That's coming on May the 2nd. What else we got? The Circle? You into The Circle? Season 2 finale's coming. Jupiter's Legacy. This is Netflix's new big, what do they call them? Original superhero universe thing that's coming.
Right.
I think it's called Miller World. It's a TV show. It's a Netflix original. It says the first brand of new titles. This is called that. The first brand of new titles to come out of Netflix's superhero universe, Miller World.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be quite good. It's called Jupiter's Legacy. It's coming on May the 7th, day before my birthday, just in case anybody wants to send me any presents.
I've seen a trailer for that. I'm sure I have.
It's supposed to be good. Men in Black International's coming. We speak about that last week.
Briefly, yeah.
Briefly, that's coming. That's Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson. Secret Life of Pets 2. Brightburn's coming. Brightburn's an incredible film. I love Brightburn so much.
What was that?
That was my chair rubbing on the desk. Apologies.
It sounded like you were undoing a zip. And I thought you were just getting really comfortable.
I really love Brightburn, but not quite that much. Basically, it's the story of what if Superman ended up being evil rather than good. It's excellent. Castlevania Season 4, we've just talked about that. That's coming. Mar. I've not seen Mar, and I'm quite excited by this one. This is Octavia Spencer's horror film from a couple of years ago.
Oh, yes.
It's a horror thriller, I think. That's supposed to be excellent, and that's coming as well, so I'm quite looking forward to that. That's coming on May the 14th.
Good. That's quite a good haul.
Yeah, definitely.
Feels like it's been a bit quiet the last couple of months in terms of big releases, so that's that's pretty good.
I think that's pretty much everything that's... obviously Army of the Dead's coming in May as well. Should probably mention that. Dad's Army, the film's coming.
Okay.
The Nutty Professor 2 is coming, apparently. Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, you like that, don't you? Season 3 of that's coming.
Yeah, that's great. I would recommend that.
That thing we mentioned a few weeks ago, The Divine Ponytail, that's coming. That's the Roberto Baggio biopic.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I've got to the end of the list. So yeah, we've got a decent haul coming this month. Not this week, this month or next month. So yeah, check it out. Stick with Netflix, they're not going anywhere. Although their share price has plummeted. Did you see this?
Yeah, they
should have probably put it in. Probably should have put it in the news, but
they didn't meet their subscriber
by quite a distance, by nearly half.
Estimate, did they?
They estimated 6 million new subscribers in Q1, I think, and they got 3.6.
I mean, surely after the last year.
Well, yeah, I think that's why their estimates were so high, because last year they did really well.
Yeah, but
you can't be
not already gone and got it.
Exactly. Who's not got Netflix now who wants it? Right, shall we talk about our new feature?
Oh, I'm excited about this.
Our first new feature for the Wave. Do you want to talk about what it is?
What we've obviously found in our sort of couple of years of doing bottom of the stream, trawling for these weird and wonderful movies that we watch every week.
Yeah.
Whilst we're sort of doing that and compiling this long list, which the randomizer chooses as a movie from, you occasionally get sidetracked, don't you?
Yeah, all the time.
Into sort of you fall down that wormhole and you're like, oh, that looks really interesting. Oh, that looks really weird. Oh, it's not a movie; it's a TV show. Yeah. Well, we haven't got time to do that. We can't follow a TV show through for weeks and weeks and weeks. Well, we've split our shows into the Wave and the movie show. Actually, maybe we could spend a few minutes every week. We'll choose a TV show. We'll watch an episode a week, and we'll give you guys a chance to sort of watch along with us. Yeah. And any contributions you want to make as we we discover these weird shows, then jump aboard, and that's what we're going to do.
So basically, we're doing bottom of the stream TV.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of weird and wonderful TV shows on Netflix, as much as there are weird and wonderful films. So we had a few.
You could say that we are extending our rods into the stream.
We are indeed. Is that what we're calling this feature?
Yeah, extending the rods.
Extending the rods out into the stream. I like it.
No, just extending the rods. It's fine.
So, yeah, basically what Nick's just said, we're going to pick a TV show. We're going to watch one episode a week. We're not going to binge anything. We're going to do it weekly. Discuss that episode on that episode. And
yeah, we won't go into anywhere near the detail we do with the movies.
Oh, no.
It will just be a few minutes. But
we'll just be like, what did you think? Did you think it was any good? What were the best bits? What were the worst bits? Are we carrying on or are we giving up on it? Is basically where we're going with it.
Yes, we will have the option to step off.
Yeah.
Because
I haven't got time for shit TV.
Yeah, weird, but not shit.
Yeah.
And the most difficult thing this week was trying to choose one.
Yeah, it really was. So we had a few. We went through and found a few between us, didn't we? I'm not going to say we've rejected them, but they're just not going to be the first one.
Yeah, because
I think they'll stay on the list.
Yeah, we might come back to them later.
So do you want to go through what we've rejected, or should we just announce what we're going to watch?
We can talk about a couple of them. We don't necessarily have to go through all of them. So I found I'm not sure where it's. I know it's Scandinavian.
Yeah.
I've not narrowed it down to which country yet because obviously I've not gone into it too much detail because we might come back to it later. A series called Blood Ride.
Yeah.
And can I read you the synopsis?
Go for it.
Doomed passengers aboard a spectral bus head toward a gruesome unknown destination in this deliciously macabre horror anthology series. So basically, you've got all these passengers on this bus and every week's a different story of the passenger and how they came to be on this bus to hell, basically.
We're 100% are doing that at some point. If I knew that had existed, I probably would have watched it already. It's Norwegian. It's Norwegian, incidentally.
In my back pocket. So, yeah, 6 episodes, different story every week. That was just the tip of the iceberg of some of the stuff we found.
Yeah, it's Norwegian. I don't know if you heard me. That's where it's from. That's definitely staying on the list. That might be the next one.
And then another one which was close for me was an Indian series.
This sounds awesome as well.
Betal.
Yeah.
And again, it's this one's only 4 episodes, so again, definitely possible for us to look at in the future. The synopsis is, hired to displace tribal villagers to make way for a new highway, officials unearth an old curse and an army of British soldier zombies. That sounds brilliant.
It does sound brilliant. It sounds really brilliant. But we've rejected it.
Yeah.
For now.
Because what are we going to watch?
We are going to watch a Japanese TV show. Now, don't get too excited. It isn't anime. Because I know some of our fans are big into their anime. And it is called Alice in Borderland. Do you want to know the synopsis?
Yes, please.
It's 8 episodes. It has already been renewed for season 2. But obviously we're just going to do season 1 for now. It says, a group of bored delinquents are transported to a parallel wasteland as part of a survival game. Okay. So, yeah, it sounds really good. It looks really good. I watched the trailer for it. I'm excited.
I have not. So
have you not?
I might just go... No,
just go straight in then. Yeah, just go straight in.
I'm going to go in raw.
We won't be making notes, so I can watch it subtitled, which I'm quite excited about, because I haven't watched anything subtitled for a long time. So, yeah, the 50-minute episodes, there are... How many did I say? 8?
Yes.
8 of them. It came out last year. So we're going to watch the first episode this week. We'll report back on next week's episode about the pilot episode. So watch along with us if you want to, but don't skip ahead. That's the rules. Watch the first one. One a week. Old school TV viewing. Style. Yeah, we're going old school TV. So yeah, I'm quite excited about this. I think it's it'll be a nice little feature to move with. So from next week, we'll talk about the first episode of Alice in Borderland. You will find it on Netflix UK.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, it's a Netflix original as well, so I presume it'll be on Netflix everywhere.
We're going to dip our rod into Alice.
Nice. I think that's it. I think we're done. I think the wave's over. I think it's crashed.
What a way to end.
I think the wave has crashed for another week. So should we get out of here?
Let's do it.
Thanks for listening, guys. And don't forget to join us on Thursday, where we will be talking about Happy Anniversary.
Cheers.
Bye.